So, I propose to you to not elect another warmonger. We need to elect a peacemonger. As weird as that sounds, I mean the word peacemonger. Peace lover is another way to describe it. And we need to vote for Ron Paul. He is America's last hope. Now, keeping things historical, I think that we should hear what old Blue Eyes has to say about Ron Paul.
Start spreading the news. It's time for a change. We'll make a brand new start of it. Ron Paul, Ron Paul. It's your right to choose. It's the American way. The constitutional heart of it. Ron Paul, Ron Paul. I want to wake up in a country that doesn't sleep, to fight for our civil rights and liberty. These little man blues are melting away. We'll make a brand new start of it. Ron Paul, Ron Paul. If we all lend a hand and stand up with this man, it's up to us to vote Ron Paul. Ron Paul, Ron Paul. I want to wake up in a country that's truly free, to find our President Paul in the White House, Capitol Hill, President Paul. These neocon blues are melting away. We'll make a brand new start of it. Vote Ron Paul. And let's show we care and shout it everywhere. It's up to us to vote Ron Paul. Ron Paul.
So I think that's one of the better made, not really video, but songs that is on YouTube. It was done by Rick Ellis, and it was added onto YouTube September 17th. And I think that it is a very good rendition of that song. I'd like to provide you with a brief summary now with Ron Paul's position, just in case you don't know any of this. Ron Paul is the ultimate presidential candidate, probably the greatest United States presidential candidate in the entire history of the United States. Ron Paul does not participate in the lucrative congressional pension program. Ron Paul returns a portion of his annual congressional office budget to the U.S. Treasury every year. Ron Paul has never accepted money from lobbyists. Ron Paul raised over $6 million in one day on December 16th from over 50,000 donations from individual donors, not corporations. Ron Paul has raised over $18 million from individual donors, not corporations. Ron Paul has never voted to raise taxes, and when I say never, I mean never. Ron Paul has never voted for an unbalanced budget. Ron Paul has never voted to raise congressional pay. Ron Paul has never taken a government-paid vacation. While I probably say if I was in Congress, I would probably take a government-paid vacation, but Ron Paul has not because he stands by his convictions. Ron Paul has never voted to increase the power of the executive branch. Ron Paul voted against the Patriot Act. Ron Paul voted against government regulation of the internet, which I think is very important. And Ron Paul voted against the Iraq War, which not many other candidates can say they did. I know that Dennis Kucinich can say he did. I know that Mike Gravel can say he did, but can't say anybody else did, just Ron Paul. And if you need some more Ron Paul news, you can go to ronpaulnation.com, ronpaulpresshub.com, and dailypaul.com. Now I'd like to present you a message from Ron Paul that goes along with this time of year. Ron Paul would like to wish each and every one of you a season's greetings.
I'm Ron Paul, and I approve this message because I want to take time out from my campaign so my family and I can wish you and your family a very Merry Christmas, a joyous and happy holiday season, and an absolutely great 2008.
So I'd like to thank you again for tuning in to the Ron Paul Movement Hour. This is episode 2, taped on December 21st. My name is Stephen Hotska. I urge you to join the meetup group and to vote for Ron Paul in the primaries. And keep spreading the message because we're going to elect Ron Paul president. We just got to keep on keeping on. So, till next time, hope you have a good holidays. Peace.
Now we can all get a piece of it. Peace never PC, but people from the pico-ness. Greedy, illegitimate, Democrat and Republican. Sell guns for funds, indigenous exterminates. Listen, law, one world nation. True clear channel with rhythm and information. Internet connect network, pirate stations. Media free, underground communication.